Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our guest artist today, special guest artist today for his birthday. The Grayscale painting, his first name is Anthony. And Grayscale painting, his birthday is today. And he's going to be doing a giveaway for the painting he's doing today, too. So I'm going to give you the big screen. Hold on.
All right. Well, hello. Hope everybody can hear me. Everything's all good. Doing things something a little different today. I'm going off my laptop instead of the phone. Okay. And I got my monitor over here. Now you guys can see it. I got the monitor on the side. So, um, hello, sign waving in Hoswina. How are you? So I'm gonna get right on to it. Okay. If they want to chat or talk or even come on panel, that's
Oh,
cool too.
yeah. You don't mind people coming on panel?
Nah, go
Oh,
for
yeah,
it.
because we can stay in the background.
Yep. Have a good time. Okay, and I will just I'm only working with three colors. Okay, cyan, blue, titanium white, and a little bit of burnt umber. So we're gonna try to make it happen and have a good time.
Wow, that's
Hello,
very limited. You said three or four. You said four colors?
not three so far. It's just cyan blue, titanium white, and burnt umber. And let's see here. Hello, Madonna, and hello, baby doll. I'm
Yeah,
doing
hi,
fine.
guys.
Thank you, Madonna. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna get right on to it. I'm gonna get a little bit of just a little bit of glycerin here, and glycerin just helps the acrylic paint stay lucid, and you can blend with it and all that good stuff. You only need very little. Okay, I'm not on the canvas. I'm actually on uh I'm trying to think of what the name of this stuff is. It's not masonite. It's like foam board.
Oh, it is?
Yep,
Foam.
it's foam board. It is 15 by 20, as a matter of fact. So, like I say, I'm spreading on a very little bit of this glycerin. It's highly reflective. Don't know if you guys could see that it is or not, but it is quite reflective. And this has no tooth to it. It's pretty smooth. Okay, so it's almost like painting on masonite, but just much softer per se. And I'm just spreading the glycerin that I have on here. I'm just spreading it over here on the bottom and stuff. So I get a little bit more glycerin. Like I say, I'm gonna take my time with this because usually this type of painting, um, I would finish it in I don't know, about a half hour or less. So I'll take my time with it and we'll talk, have a good time.
And
And
you gessoed it with black?
no, I bought it black like this.
Oh.
Yep. So they have black foam board, white foam board. Like I say, it's highly reflective. And like I said, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is quite reflective. I only have one studio light on. You can see it by the corner here, and I think that's about all we need because it's still daylight. I got my room is surrounded by windows and they're all open. So,
And he's painting a seascape. He's going to show us how easy it is to paint these waves.
and let's see. I think did I see Chrissy Canvas peep in here for a second?
Oh,
Hey,
let's
Gracie,
go.
I see you.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. Hi. Okay. Let's see. I don't think she. Let's see. Let me scroll down. No, I don't think Chrissy Canvas is here yet. Let's
Okay,
see
I
who's
thought I seen
here. We already Anthony said hello to a lot of people. Sine Wave, hello. Goswina, hello. Creations by Baby Doll, nice to see you. Madonna, hello. There she is, Chrissy Canvas Art.
Yeah, I thought she snuck in
Yeah,
here
she says,
somewhere.
hi, happy birthday, Tony. And she says, hi, Diana. Hi, Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy, thank you very much. Okay, and here we go. We're just going to use some of this cyan blue.
Oh, Gracie's here.
Hey, Gracie. And as you can see, some of this cyan blue is kind of, like I say, it's transparent color. As you see, I'm putting it on there, but it still appears black, except where you see it on the tape, of course. But it will appear black.
One Mighty R. He draws a lot of how do you explain them, like real power figures, like
Okay.
super power, super. Oh, explain One Mighty R. Explain robot, kind of like half robot, half human, and it's just all drawing with he eats it and stuff.
Like cybernetic cyborg stuff, huh?
Yeah, is that right? One Mighty R. Oh, Mystic Unigon, hello.
Hey, Mystic. Don't everybody speak at once.
No, I didn't want to. I know, now I could speak when you're not. Oh, no, listen what One Mighty R says. He goes, I'm not very good at drawing. Oh, then he put a laughing face. Oh, he's super good at drawing. These figures that he draws, like half robot, half human.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing
I
wrong
know,
with it
he's
at all.
super good at drawing them.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
And he says he's still learning. And then Mystic says you never stop learning. Well,
Nope, you never stop.
Even a master's, you never stop learning because, well, it's not good. Well, maybe in some subjects you can maybe close to know it all, maybe. Okay. But you can't know it all about everything.
No, and you never really stop learning. Now the thing with glycerin is that it reacts to the temperature of your room, more or less. All right.
So humidity is going to make it dry really slowly.
Yeah, humidity will, but the heat will make it dry faster, much faster, because it's starting to. And plus, I'm on board. Okay, on foam board. All right. So all of that has an effect.
Oh, Signways is something. Until you get dementia, then you sort of do know it all. Oh, Gaswina said she used steel wool for her trees yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've actually seen that. I've seen her do that. That was pretty cool, actually.
Oh, you mean like to stamp with it?
Yep, to give the pattern of the leaves and such.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, there he is. Hello, Ian.
Everybody give thumbs up for Anthony.
I would really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll take a little bit of time with this, because once I start getting going with it, it will I end up going pretty quickly. But if anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best of my.
Yeah, you guys have any questions? Do you know that he actually instead of he uses glycerin by painting that on the the first surface, the bottom surface before he even starts painting. You coat the whole surface with glycerin,
Yep.
and then
For this particular painting, yes.
and he has two paintings. He has two videos where he actually uses shampoo instead of the glycerin because it basically is the same principle of coating the whole. He did shampoo. He has a video called shampoo clouds and shampoo water.
Yeah, those seem people seem to look at those quite a bit.
Yeah, I saw you 1,000 something views on them.
Yep. Yeah, they look at that one quite a bit. So I'm pretty sure that I'm not in anybody's way. They can still get a nice clear shot of what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And one mighty R said that's creative using shampoo.
Yeah, I use it instead of the golden thinners or retarders or whatever they want to call it because it basically do the very same thing
It
and
saves a
a
lot of
whole lot
money.
cheaper. A whole lot cheaper, yes, indeed. A whole lot of
So
cash you can save.
instead of me buying glycerin, I could start out by doing just using shampoo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you're a little worried about the shampoo or whatever, all you need is if you're a little skittish about it, just add a little tiny bit of water to loosen up the shampoo just a little bit. Only a little bit of water though,
Hmm.
because you want to just maintain the looseness. You want to maintain the uh, the integrity of your acrylic paint. All right, so you don't want it
Right.
to
To not
really,
underbind it.
yeah, you don't want to unbind it. And glycerin won't unbind it. It just keep making it more and more transparent, more and more.
Oh,
Glycerin
okay.
does not. Yeah, glycerin doesn't change the color. All right, it
Right.
doesn't change the color. It doesn't make it lighter. Doesn't make it darker. Just more transparent,
Translucent.
translucent. Yeah. And should I snake this along here or just keep it like that? Because I kind of like that. Maybe. Uh, Actually, I just like it the way it is. Really. Let me do something here. Let's get a little bit of blue. I get a little bit of dark blue here, or cyan. I'll do the same thing on the corner, but just maybe with a little cyan. Just look right around in here. Just a light touch of that, just like that. And I'll scrumble that in. Now, my room is fairly warm, so my glycerin is already drying up.
Oh,
So
it
I'm
is.
just, oh yeah.
Mm.
So I'm just basically just dry brushing this stuff on here.
So could you add another layer of glycerin on top?
I sure can. I can either put it on the surface itself, or I can put it on the brush. Okay. So
People are loving your clouds.
oh, thank you. Now what I just did right now is that I put a little glycerin already on my brush here, and
Are
basically,
those stormy clouds? Oh, are those stormy clouds?
yeah, you can say that. Sure. Stormy clouds, just really active clouds, and glycerin also expands when dry. Okay, so you don't have to really worry about streak marks, which is pretty cool. Like I say, I'm taking my time with it. I'm having a little fun. That's why I encourage people to talk or whatever, ask questions.
Oh, Chrissy says you can also use hair gel.
Yes, you can. Hair gel, KY jelly, glycerin, yeah, stuff like that. Shampoo, anything that's water soluble. All right, don't use oil products for acrylic. It will not work. You know that thing, the old adage, oil and water don't mix. Very true.
Right.
You know, not unless you enjoy putting yourself in the fits of depression. But yeah.
Oh, Ian
Okay.
says shampoo will adapt the viscose bond of water and paint. Adapt? Well, anyway, it's not going to underbind it. I think that's similar to what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shampoo will adapt.
Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, because I'm on a different surface. Okay. Okay. See See that? So it's already starting to dry already. Okay, because one, the glycerin is literally evaporating off of the board. It's not soaking in or anything. And plus, I used a very thin amount. I don't need too much to do what I'm doing here. All right, but I may end up putting another coat on because there's still paint. I put obviously the cyan blue all over this, but the glycerin is wearing off, which is cool. I mean, it's no big deal. I just added just a little more glycerin, but remember, there's paint already on here. Okay, which what it in turn will it do is just loosen this stuff back up again,
Good night,
and that's all.
Gracie.
Okay, Gracie.
I guess she always has to go to bed early. And then sometimes she comes back saying she couldn't sleep. That's happened a number of times.
Nothing wrong with that. And so I'm bringing some of the
Oh, hello, Mr. Fulton Mraz.
glycerin back up here. All right, I'm gonna get a little touch of the cyan once again, and I'll just add it right on here in spots, even though I got cyan already on here. And as you can see, it's transparent because it still appears black. But I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to put on as much of this stuff because there, just like that. Okay, let's have a little fun. Watch
One
this.
lady R said looks good so far. Other people are saying, well, that was he's saying looks good so far, and
well, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Mr. Fulton is still celebrating having 1K subscribers. That's good. Both congratulations.
Good for you. Very good. Okay, let's have a wee bit of fun. I guess I'll put the center wave somewhere around here somewhere. But until that comes, I'm gonna take my brush, okay, and I'll just dance around. I'll just come up here. We'll just dance around some things, just like this. And I'll just kind of wave it around, just like that. Wave that around a little bit like that. I'll add some little here like that. Maybe a couple smaller ones here, and I'll start waving things around. Just tapping here and there. I'll put some way up in here. I'll come back down like that. I'll start kind of misting things around, shifting around, just like that. I'll even kind of act like something's happening way up there like that, and just like so. I'm gonna take a very soft brush because I got color underneath all of that, and then I'll just kind of blend and stir it around in there. You start seeing some of that blue color come around in there, just like so. Even back here, I'll just do it in the continue, just like that. Just kind of play around all in there like that. I'll press it down there a little bit.
And Chrissy does say to be totally chemical free, you can use baby oil and cleaning up with oil paint.
Oh yeah, it take oil. Baby oil will take the paint off with no problem. As a matter of fact, that is true. So you don't get all the harsh chemicals. You don't have to smell that stuff. Yeah, you can definitely use baby oil. Takes it right off. No fuss, no muss. There we go. I want to get some activity going here like that. Okay. Now for some, I know it probably looks like I lost my rocker. Don't know what I'm doing, but trust me, uh, I got something pretty cool for you here.
It looks like
Let's
you
go
lost
down
the
there
rocker, because why?
because they don't see any rhyme or reason yet of what I'm doing. I know it looks kind of odd for right now.
The
Okay,
clouds don't
let's
look odd. But
we'll go
maybe
down.
wait a minute. I think you might have froze on my laptop. I mean, not my laptop. My iPad. Hold on.
Okay. Can everybody still see me?
Yeah. Can everybody see? Can everybody see? Anthony, what he's painting all right? Let's see. Chrissy only used baby oil for cleaning up with oil paint for 20 years. Yes, we can. Creations by Baby Doll says, yes, we can see. Goswina says, yes, we can see. One Mighty
Okay,
Doll
cool.
says, I can see fine.
Okay, great.
Chrissy says, yes. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay, great. And this is the painting he's giving for the giveaway. Today, we're doing the giveaway today.
Yes, we are. Hopefully some of this is starting to make a little bit of sense. Hopefully. Now remember, I got that cyan blue under there. So I'm just laying a whole lot of tension, a whole lot of mood.
But are those going to be like moody, stormy clouds?
Oh, the clouds are already done. I'm already moving on to the waves.
Oh, okay. Because I think my iPad keeps freezing up. I've had tech issues on my iPad for the past 2 weeks. So.
Okay. Kind of unusual for an iPad to act up.
Oh no. Oh, I've had several iPads, and after several years, I think I've had mine for maybe 3 years, maybe 4. Yeah, things do start happening.
Well, after 3 or 4 years, I think that's amazing.
I know that's about. Yeah, that's it's about time probably to get another one.
Yep. Well, I mean, after 3 or 4 months, Windows people start acting kind of.
I had first-hand experience with a Windows. Well, I used to have a PC for 10 years. I had a PC for 10 years, and then it was I kept it for way too long. I mean, it was so incredibly slow and glitchy and all that. And for 10 years, keeping a laptop for 10 years is just way too long.
Yeah, it's kind of time for
it to go. Yeah, so after that, I switched to Apple. I just decided I would do that. And then after that, well, I had Apple products, but for work, I thought I would buy a PC and a Windows thing, and after 3 months, I hardly had ever used it. After 3 months, it already broke. Something happened, and they couldn't fix it.
Why am I not surprised? I almost went towards Macs.
No, and we have Ian, who's a non-Mac fan. He says Macs always crash. I wasn't talking about Macs, Ian. I was talking about PCs. And today what happened was my VPN, and now I know if StreamYard starts acting up and I get kicked off like that, the way it happened today, it's my VPN that interrupted it. The VPN all of a sudden disconnects and interrupts my service.
Really? When did that start happening with you?
Oh, ever since I got it. Every now and then it does that. Maybe I should call them.
Yeah, that shouldn't be doing that. Not like that.
Oh, you're right. I never thought about calling them about that.
Yeah, I might want to make a call or two.
Okay.
Let them know what's up. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Because that's kind of a big deal when I'm live streaming, and all of a sudden that was kind of not so great live streaming when that happened.
Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that at all. As a matter of fact, that's kind of crazy.
Mystic Unigon's still here. I thought people had said goodbye to her. Okay, Mystic's still here. Good.
Oh, I'm glad too. Hope I didn't bore nobody out of here yet.
And Mystic says she always calls laptops crap tops. I've had the best experience with laptops. I don't have the room for a desktop, so I love laptops. I did have a desk. No, did I have a desktop? I did have a desktop a long time ago when I guess first started buying a computer. Desktop was my first one, and then when laptops became a possibility and an option, I went with them just for space and and I need for the space, the lack of space that I have, and the portability. I love laptops.
Okay.
And basically, I live on my iPad. The laptop, I only get when I absolutely have to. But I do most all my work and video editing and everything everything you can imagine. I get it. I can get. I can get it. I can figure it out and get it done on an iPad.
All
Actually,
right.
there's a guy who has a whole YouTube channel on how to do YouTube totally mobile, and he gives all kind of tips and all things of how to do YouTube totally mobile.
Oh, that's cool.
Every now and then, though, he does say, like for that thing when we had to mark for the children, that thing, he said you are going to have
Right.
to. You are going to have. Well, I was able to do it on an iPad. I think he gears it towards even doing YouTube totally on a phone. But I think he doesn't talk about iPads enough because I was able to do all that mark the videos or whatever on my iPad, but on a phone apparently not. It would have been really laborious, like one by one almost, something like that. And he said you're going to have to get on a desktop to do that. So every now and then, I guess he has to tell his people you can't do everything.
No, and it also depends on your platform for your phone too, because different
Yeah.
phone platforms have different options for you. Because I have an Android and the iPhone, and they do provide different options. Okay.
Oh wait, we have
That's-
a question, but it's a
all right.
technical question since we've been talking about computers. One Mighty R says, "How do you make the stream quality better? Mine was a bit choppy."
Um, it depends. Is she doing it with the computer camera or on her phone?
It's a he, but anyway. So
Or, sorry.
yeah, tell us. Are you doing it? Yeah, so are you doing it on your phone, or are you doing it on or on your computer, laptop, desktop, or on your phone? Because yeah. Mm, all right, maybe I should. And I gotta scroll up. Mm, mm. Oh, he's on a phone. You know what? I have a really good website for you. One Mighty R. Go to what is it? They're brothers actually. The one brother has one website and his other brother. So now, like Nick Nimmons is the one that does all kind of YouTube help, like how to do videos better, how to grow your channel. Da da da. Oh, D Nimmons. Yeah, One Mighty R. It's DEE. Oh, I'll type it in the chat. You should check out this guy because he tells you all kinds of ways to do YouTube on your phone. Here it is. Check out this. Check out this. One Mighty R. Check out this guy. This guy's he's very knowledgeable. Dean Nimmons, and he's gonna be able to help you a lot with questions you have. I'm sure he's made videos on. I'm sure he's made videos on any kind of question you might have about this. I have not done live streaming from a phone. Actually, I've never live streamed mobily, even though I'm able to over 1,000 subscribers. I've never live streamed mobily yet. So I don't have any experience with that. I don't know if anybody in the chat does. If you live stream from your phone yet.
I know my last few live streams with you has been from my phone, both from the Android actually.
Oh, okay.
And this is actually, I think, the second time that I've live streamed with you on
But yeah, Chrissy's right. There's lots of tech people on YouTube, but the really great thing about Dean Nimen's channel is he's totally specializes. His whole channel is how to do YouTube mobile, and especially how to do. He seems to focus on how to do YouTube totally almost on your phone.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. Creations by Baby Doll. He does a live stream. Him and his brother live in Thailand. They're American, but they live in Thailand, and they both do this live stream Q&A. It's really hard. I tried asking a question, and they would not answer my question until they do a 3-hour live stream. I could not get my question answered. I even put a super chat in, just a small little super chat, which got lost through the cracks. And I had to keep asking this moderator, and the moderator helped me out. And I got finally my question answered near the end of the 3-hour stream, and I put my question in at the very beginning. So, but on Sunday, Dean Nimen's live stream probably is a lot less crowded. Yeah, Creations by Baby Dolls, right? Dean Nimen's does I think it starts at noon. He does Q&A live stream for mobile users of YouTube.
That's pretty cool.
Sunday morning when you can do questions also, right? Baby Doll's right. Why do you live stream a lot mobily through your mobile device? Creations by Baby Doll. Let's see. Oh, bye, Sine Wave. Yeah, have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by, staying as long as you did.
Yep, see you later.
But anybody that leaves, you're not going to be able to be in the giveaway. Oh, I know, Creations by Baby Doll. I did that on the Dean Nimen on Saturday, on their Saturday live stream, which gets really crowded. It's Dee and Neat. They're both brothers. Dean Nimen's and Nick Nimen's together. They do a 3-hour live stream open for Q&A, and right at the very beginning, I put my question in right where they say to do it. Like, you have to go in the description box and you have to fill out that form. I did it right at the very beginning, and my question got lost in the cracks, even though I put a super chat up, which is supposed to make you rise to the top. I put and my super chat got lost in the cracks, and I had a moderator help me out finally. That was crazy. I'm like, gosh, well, I guess maybe that's just out of the ordinary.
That's got to be rough when that happens. It's got to be terrible.
Oh, Chrissy said, this is beautiful, Tony.
Well, thank you. I'm desperately trying to take my time here because
and he tells Anthony is telling us, because I've heard him say this before, these waves are really easy for beginners to. I got to try them out. These waves are really easy.
Yep. I mean, everybody see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not difficult at all.
Because I know you weren't explaining step by step, so because we were talking so much. So,
but that's fine.
Yeah, supposedly these waves are really easy for beginners.
So right now I'm just getting a little titanium white and some water. It's splatter time, just because I like doing it.
You do. Oh, wait a minute. Creations by Baby Doll does Artapalooza with 5 other artists on Wednesdays on your iPad. Oh my god! I'll have to get in touch with you. What's Artapalooza? Oh, she said she's sorry to hear that. Yeah. Am I looking up? Madonna says, looking awesome, Anthony.
Thank you.
One Mighty Art says, looks amazing.
I appreciate it. I really do.
And Creations by Baby Doll says, so beautiful. And I say it looks amazing too.
Well, thank you. I wanted to show people something here because I know that I don't have them around. I think I put them away. That well, a lot of you guys here aren't really familiar with my style and with what I do. So, um, and
Look,
I teach a lot of beginners everything, a lot of techniques and stuff. Hold on, I got people who are messaging me. They don't know I'm on, and they see me use the professional grade palette knives and stuff like that. But here I bought a bunch of old plastic, look like little toys there. Okay, it's not really in the instrument that you use; it's the technique that on how you use it really. Okay, since I'm pretty much done with the wave stuff, I guess I'll put some activity down here of water or something going on down there, and then I'll start putting rocks in there and whatnot. So basically, I'm gonna just take Mr. Palette Knife here. I think we still got a little bit of color sneaking around down there. If not, let me coat it real quick with some, just a thin coat of I guess a little cerulean blue and a little bit of this dark umber here, which makes it kind of greenish brown, which is it's not bad. It's pretty cool. The smallest bit of glycerin just to move the paint around just a little bit. It's still um, fairly transparent, still fairly dark. I say there's a little bit of glycerin in there. I'll just get some foamy water or something going on around in here before I put the rocks in.
and Chrissy says, is that your birthday jumper, Anthony? She loves the canary yellow.
Um, Not really. But I do have. I'm only wearing the top. I do have the the bottom of this thing, and yes, I do look like a giant skittle when I put it on, or a giant bumblebee, whatever. Um, but I only wear it in the wintertime because it's so thick that I can actually walk around outside no coat. It's very heavy. So, and this thing is probably over 10 years old,
Wow.
and I got. Oh yeah, I got paint thinner on it and everything. I Yeah. I mean, I've done painting with three-piece suits on. So when you get the urge and the bug to do it, you just do it no matter what. So all right, I'll just wave some of this stuff across like this.
Thanks for sharing it out, Chrissy. Anybody else can, if they share it out to their community tab or well, not your community tab or Twitter would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, that would be nice. But thank you, Chrissy. Appreciate it. And I can take some
He
of
said
this.
you look
And
good
as you
in
can,
yellow.
who said that? Well, at this age, I'm happy you look good in anything. And we're just getting some nice water patterns going on here, just like that. There we go. Get
One
some of
Mighty
that out
Art
of
says he can only stream for about 3 hours before his kid will end up taking over the stream.
Yes, you gotta love your children. You just gotta love it. All right. So basically, we got a nice choppy ocean scene going on. We got splatter. I got the one main wave going doing this thing back there. You got one in the back here. You got all sorts of action back there. It's kind of melting in a little bit into the clouds. All right. Now comes the fun part. I'll throw some rocks in there. So let's get a little more sand, and I'm keeping everything pretty much basically the same color. I'm just getting a little more cyan blue here.
Ian says he says we thought it was a Pikachu onesie.
Pikachu onesie. No, man, no ear things. Unless I spray unless I spray paint this earpiece yellow. Is it Pikachu or Pokemon? Which one's the yellow thing?
Yeah, he said Pikachu.
Pikachu. Okay, he was character specific. Let's throw some rocks in here. Okay, I know you. I don't have my other camera on, so it's just the umber and the cyan. I shouldn't need any more of this. Like I say, this is not watercolor paper. This is not even canvas. So, and this is very smooth. There's no texture to it. And I'm just using the palette knife here. Seeing where am I gonna place this? Place a oh, rock placement, and we'll put a little something right in here, something like that, right up around in here, somewhere in here like that, and then have it in down there like that. And we'll just kind of put it right in there, just like so. What the heck was that sound?
I just drank tea. I took a gulp of tea, I guess, and not a sip.
Must have hit your
That
microphone or
I'm
something.
not sure if that was the sound unless it was traffic.
No, that wasn't traffic. Okay, we'll put this guy right here. Kind of put him right in there like that. Now, it might be pretty dark. You don't know what the heck I'm doing as of right now, but you'll see in a second or so. Okay, so we got one there. Oh, let's get a little more brown. Mix it in with a little more of the blue. And we'll put another one around there. Once you start putting rocks in and stuff, it tends to send things back. Okay. Oh, mm, let's put one like a smaller one right here. We'll put one right here, and we'll just have the water surround it a little bit, just like that. I'll put one right here. Just bring him upward there, make him come down this way, just like so. And we'll have it angled that way, and then have him come off the page, but he's angled in there a little bit like that. I don't think I really need to put another one there. Maybe a baby one right in the very front of the page there.
Goswina
Not
has a question. She said, "Is that the board that you use on the ceiling?"
um if it
Yeah.
was a little thicker, if it was a little thicker, yes. All right. But you can actually take this board. It came in a 20 by 30 inch sheet. I'll just take it and chop it in half. Um, it's sturdy, but very light. And once I'm done with this, I just varnish it and send it on its way.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it costs a lot less than canvas, right?
Yeah, it does. Yep. I doubt if this thing was even over $2.
And you said that is that
Um,
12 by 15 inches?
no, the whole sheet is 20 by 30 inches.
No, what you're painting on.
Oh, it's 15 by 20. Yes, sure is. Okay, let's take a little bit of what's left of the titanium white, and we'll start. Now we need some more titanium white. We're gonna start putting little bits of highlights on this guy. Maybe even some water rushing up on the rocks there. how come I get such quietness?
Such quietness. Does it happen
Yes.
other places?
Yeah. Even on my own site. Yeah.
Even on your own?
Oh yeah. They just get silent.
Well,
Um.
it's hard to talk nonstop. Well, no, I can't talk. See, I have to wait for breaks when you're talking.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I try to wait for break, and then even then when there's a break, then I'm like, oh, I didn't have anything to say. Wait. All right.
Jeez.
Ian's helping out Gus Weena in the chat.
Okay.
He just gave her a link. I guess about that question she had
About
about what is that link for? About Ian, that's for about the ceiling, about foam board.
foam board. Okay.
That's what you're using, foam board, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's using foam board. And then Chrissy says she never shuts up.
I think this is the first time I really did more painting and less chatting. Actually.
Well, isn't it hard to paint and chat?
No.
You got used to it?
Yeah, I'm used to it.
And also, it's not hard when you're actually just explaining what you're doing. I don't think that's hard.
Yeah, I explained the process and everything. I didn't explain jack today. I just started painting. Oh. Oh, I see. Ian's got jokes over there. He's sending a link about a Pikachu dance.
Oh. And Mystic says she can be a chatterbox, and Chrissy, you guys want to come up on panel? Chrissy or Mystic Unigon, Chrissy, and then you just stay in the background chatting. He's Anthony's on the big screen, and then your guys are just on the panel in the background.
Yeah, it'd be good to hear him. And say hello.
Or Gus Weena, anybody want to come up on? Or even, I bet Ian, out of all those people, well, Ian might if he feels like it. Or Ian, does anybody want to come on a panel? No, Mystic can't because she's only half awake right now. Oh, I knew Ian would. And then, no, Chrissy can because she says, I don't have stream. You don't have to have StreamYard. No, you don't have to have StreamYard. All I do is I send you a link. Is that true? They don't have, Ian, explain. I don't think you have to have StreamYard.
All you need is a working microphone.
You don't have to stream. Ian, explain that to her. That's right. You don't need StreamYard. That's what he just said. Oh no, Gus Weena, you don't need StreamYard to come up on panel. You only need StreamYard to be a host. As a guest on StreamYard, you do not. As a guest, you don't need StreamYard to be a guest on the. Okay, so Ian, I'm going to send you the link, and the other people can figure it out whether they decide if they want to or not. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Ian, just sent you the link. Oh, let's see. What are they saying in the chat? Okay. She's Chrissy Kent. She's editing with Dave right now.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, and also she says, "It's okay. I'm not near my mic. Ian will oblige."
Yeah, she's putting her little stabs in that poor Ian.
And then Gus Wiener says, "I'm in my pajamas. You won't be seen. You're going to be backstage. You're not going to be seen. You're going to be backstage like me. You can't see now, right?"
Oh, that was cute.
So you guys are just grabbing for excuses.
Oh boy, that was
Well,
funny.
actually, everybody did have a good reason why they can't. Okay, here's Ian. Oh wait, no. Okay, now when I first bring him up, let's see how do I keep him backstage? Oh, he'll explain to me. When he first comes up, he's going to be on the screen.
Okay.
Oh, Ian, how do I make it all back? Okay,
so
now
you just put it back to Anthony's screen.
okay, I
the
got it.
single
I
screen.
got it. Yep, that's right.
That's it. Yay! You're learning slowly.
How's it going? How's
I'm
it going,
cool, me,
Bob?
Anthony. Very busy day arting as is normal.
All right.
Diana's got me cracking the whip. We're challenge.
5-day challenge.
See,
Cracking that whip with me. So I've been putting a load of creative video propaganda out today.
No, you don't have. The thing is, on this challenge, you don't have to create a finished piece every single day. Like
no.
So just if you worked on that piece, that counts towards the challenge.
Well, I mean, in your case, that's the challenge that you set into.
Right.
For me, I'm going to try to do at least one piece of artwork each day of a reasonable quality.
Or at least called it gallery quality.
Well, I'm not saying a gallery would come and go, let me buy it off me. I'm just saying something of a going towards that quality, rather than just making do.
I think you're already there. I think you're already there with gallery quality.
To be frank, some galleries would go, yay, it don't matter who you are. If your face fits with a gallery, with what you're doing, then they'll love you. If you don't, then they'll ignore you. That's where it is with galleries.
They'll ignore you if you do what?
If your face fits with them, if you fit their art profile, they'll be great with you, and they'll lap up everything that you can give them. If your face don't fit with them, it don't matter what. You could be doing the most innovative artwork in the history of art, and if it's not their particular thing, then it ain't going to happen.
That's why you research the galleries and see where your art, what gallery would be a good fit for your art.
And current trends as well. Like, for example, it's no point doing like artwork that has a muted color if the current trend is super high, vibrant color painting. You know what I mean? You've got to go with what is commercially viable at that time. Now, that's if you're wanting to get regularly work. Now, some people don't want to do that, do they? It's more about producing their own art the way you want to do it. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, fair enough. But that don't guarantee you any commercial success.
I don't think you worry about trends. Look at Dina. She just sticks to what she's doing for 20 years, and she has gallery representation.
Yeah, she's built it up to a point where she's got a clientele who absolutely love what she's doing.
And she just sticks to what she's doing.
Yeah, which is fair enough. That's another strategy of, being, firm about what you believe in your art.
That's true.
It's an hard way of doing it, very definitely, because not everybody will believe what you believe, but you will pick up people who will want to take interest in your art if you stick with it.
Oh, Chrissy says to you, wear a mask. I don't know what that was about.
Wear a mask.
Well, it's a funny statement. Wear a mask.
Well, I've been told for many years that I ought to be wearing a mask. Who knows? I might be the Cape Crusader. You just don't know, do you?
There you go.
Or even maybe Darth Vader. Could never find a decent Darth Vader mask. They're always like cheap, tacky ones, aren't they? And then if you want a real one, if you want a really good one that's, it's got all the breathing apparatus and everything in it and that, and it makes you sound like Darth Vader, you've got to pay like £1,000 for one.
Yeah.
Do I really want to pay that much? No. Oh, now is she talking about coronavirus? Because I believe that people have gone out in a panic and bought all those paper masks things, right?
Yeah,
and there's none left, according to some. And those masks will not stop a virus like that getting through you.
Well, you should see when you watch the news, the doctors are wearing these masks, this paper mask.
Yeah, that's because of being in an environment that's a high risk environment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not going to make a job in the air unless somebody sneezes on you. It ain't going to happen.
That's true.
Chrissy said she's back to the gallery subject. Chrissy said she sent 3 pieces of art to a gallery this year so far, all different works.
Mm-hmm. And have they been successful, Chrissy? Have we had some success with it? Were it a matter of you doing research on the particular gallery itself and knowing what they do?
Here she said, clients here like different work, country folk, townies, and the modern art does well here.
All right.
And then she said, yes, I guess yes to your question about, yes, she had success, I guess, with the galleries.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
that's
good.
It's good that it's still an option for people to be able to produce art, isn't it? And take, because it can get a reputation, especially in our modern times when we can publish his own art, you know what I mean, and have his own gallery online. That there are galleries that are willing to look at us and go, yeah, we'll take a risk and, put your work up there, because it can be disparaging when you get blocked out a lot. So, but that
also
is the go on, Anthony.
No, I said also true. I'm listening to you.
All right. So, but then again, I mean, that's the reason why we have multiple options, isn't it? It doesn't always have to. I mean, because if we base everything we do on actually getting a great deal with a gallery or something, and they turn around and say, no, you're not for us, that's your entire, structure of what you were doing crashes in on itself. Whereas if you put lots of eggs in lots of different baskets, fair enough, you're not going to get the same return, but at least 1 or 2 of those eggs are going to hatch.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
good way of looking at it.
Oh, and she also says she's not sent much out to galleries because she has a lot of commissions at the moment.
Well, I mean, ironically, that is probably the best way to earn money from a private arrangement between you and a client, because there's no third party, there's no commission. You set your price, you do the job, and only thing you've got to really watch for is that they're being a bit picky with you Oh, can you do this? Oh, can you alter that? Can you know what I mean?
Right.
Before
Well,
you do it, you make it very clear to them that,
I like how she did a
I'll,
video on it. It's very
yeah,
good on how you deal with it.
I'll make 1 or 2 adjustments, but that'll be it. And after that, you pay for any adjustments.
Right, like all along the way, well, several times along the way, they have to sign off on this part of the painting and sign off on that part of the painting.
Well, it's a little bit different in watercoloring because you can have a watercolor painting finished in 1 session if you wanted to. So that there aren't any if it were an oil painting, you might have to do it in stages. It might take several months to complete a commission on a job. In that particular scenario, then
Right.
you have to have key points in the painting where they go, yeah, we're happy with that. But then again, how would a person who's not got any knowledge of art be able to say whether something's right or wrong? I mean, when a painting's in the middle of the painting and it's in its ugly stage, we know that. But a person who doesn't have any art knowledge might look at it and go, "Oh no, what am I buying?"
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So sometimes it's not always a good idea to show them until you get to a stage where it starts to look like something that's going to be finished.
Oh, yeah, I would just definitely say that. And Gaswina said that I think the people in the Netherlands are sober in art. And that must be some kind of expression. I don't know what it means, but
I'd agree with that because they've got a lot of heritage of going right back to the mid-Renaissance period where they've got a really big heritage for painting and art in the Netherlands. Absolutely.
hello, Shawana.
Some great artists have come from Netherlands, especially pastoral.
Hello, Shawana.
Mm-hmm. Especially pastoral painting. Like landscapes, scenic landscapes, and all that kind of stuff. They wrote the book on it.
Okay, Diana.
Yes.
All right. Looks like it. Can you guys still see that? I'm gonna pop on the other light because it's getting a little dusk in this area. Hold on.
Can it be moved in so we can look at it, or is it set up so you can't move?
No, I'll move it.
It's okay. We can just about see it.
No, it gets me up out this chair. Trust me.
Well, yeah. Another thing that I'm going to be really keen on with people this year because we're all getting old. Tell us about it.
I like that.
Posture when we're painting, because the amount of people who sit there for 2 and 3 and 4 hours and they don't move, and then when they come to actually move and do something, they wonder why the back feels like it's had an elephant resting on it for the last 10 hours. So posture is key, guys.
And also taking breaks. Don't just sit for 3 or 4 hours. Get up and walk around.
Taking an art break, having a drink, and your posture. Yep. Give your eyes a rest as well.
Yeah, it gives you a new outlook when you return back to your painting. Also,
give your hands some calisthenics as well. Calisthenics move your hands differently to what you've been doing.
Okay, One Mighty R saying, "What fantastic work, Anthony!" And stunning creations by Baby Doll says stunning.
Thank you very much.
Don says amazing.
Well, you can get your generator started.
Just as a disclaimer, as a disclaimer for you millennials who are too young to know what having a bad back is. That doesn't apply. You're young enough to be able to take it.
That's right.
Health and safety first, everybody.
Yep, you can get your generator going
there.
All
right, everybody. I'm going to show it. I have a random Oh, I'm not on camera. I have a random number generator, but maybe I'm gonna have to I'm gonna show myself.
Okay, let me see if I can slide myself over to the chair and get out of you guys' way here. So right now you're seeing flashes of yellow. Hold on for a second.
Anyway, I have a random. Maybe I don't have to. I have a random number generator on that I got online. So let's see how many people are in here. There's. Let me go back. Last time I looked, there's under 10, but I'm gonna.
Thank you, Madonna. Let's see who else is there.
Is there anybody that can tell me how many people are in the room?
I will be able to in a second.
So will I. Got it. That's 11 people watching.
Where's
so
that?
Should I make it between 1 and 15 or 1 and 20? 1 and 20, you think so?
That's up to you.
Well, it don't matter what the number is. You can make it 1 to 100. It's the first person nearest to
I know,
it,
but 1 to 100, we'll be here all night, people trying to guess it.
No,
I'll say,
it don't matter how many people you've got in. It's the nearest one. That gives you more variety of picking of choice, making it more random.
I thought they have to get the number right. I'm going to do 1 through 20. They have to get the correct number.
Right, then you might get more people getting the same number.
Okay, we'll see if that's a problem. We'll see. Okay.
Have you started? Because there's numbers going up already.
No, now I have to navigate back to this number generator.
Wait until Diana puts go in the chat, and we'll take it from there.
Can you can see the chat, Ian?
I can, yes.
All right. Maybe I'll just depend on you to find the number.
Oh, do you want me to put the go in and then the stop?
You could say it and put it in, and you can also put the stop when you think it's appropriate, and also watch for who. And I have to tell you, people, I have to tell everybody, your monitor might show that your monitor is different than what my monitor showed. You might, in the chat, it might look like your number is ahead of somebody else, but on my monitor, it might look different. So I'm sorry that there's.
Is it 1 to 20? 1 to 20?
1 through 20. Yeah.
Yes. I just want people to be clear about that what you might see on your monitor is going to be different than what I see on my monitor on my iPad.
When I say go.
On my iPad? No, I'm sorry, not on my iPad. We're looking. Ian's going to be watching.
Go.
No, what are you doing?
Right, I'm telling him to pick a number now. There you go. Go. So in a bit, once I say stop, right?
Yeah, you should
can then pick a number.
See who got it.
I'll do it in about a minute or two's time to make sure that everybody's had a chance, because not everybody, their internet, they might be a minute behind us.
Right.
So, someone in other parts of the world might be.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it another minute.
I appreciate those of you who did come around for my little birthday paint-a-thon here.
Yes, happy birthday again.
It's looking good, Anthony.
Thank you very much. I should have picked a different wave because I
think it's nice.
It was done under an hour. And that's with me taking my time. But that's how simple doing one of these are. I just didn't describe how I just did it. So
I think some of my favorite paintings are sea storms. I like to see some old longships in them and things like that. Battle in the storms.
I did one black and white with it was Noah's Ark in a
Right.
storm.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And yeah, people really love that one.
Mm.
I believe I sold that one years ago, but yeah, I did one of black and white tone Noah's Ark. Yeah, in
Right.
the sea storm.
I'm 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 about to let me do, oh no, where's it gone? Oh, there we go. I'm about to stop. Right, stop.
And you're going to type it in, stop.
Yeah, I've typed stopping. So anything beyond that point doesn't count now.
All right.
So okay, then it's up to you to generate a number now between 1 and 20.
Yes, the number's generated.
Right. Tell us what that number is.
It's 6.
Number 6. So we're looking for anything 6 or under. Bad news.
Yeah,
there is no 6 or under.
We can try it again, and then if nobody can get the
Oh.
exact number again, then we just go with what you're saying.
Well,
of
just go with
What?
nearest number to it, and the nearest number was 8, Mystic Unigon.
definitely.
Okay, then. Okay, we went with the nearest number.
Not normally we don't go up anything above, generally, but nearest number to it was 8,
Okay.
and
So,
that's Mystic Unigon.
all right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That should cheer her up a lot.
Okay,
Yay!
what I need you to do, Diana, is get Mystic Unigon's
Okay.
Details.
information and send it to me in Messenger.
Right.
I don't
Mhm.
think, I don't think I would recognize who she is.
Right. I'll do that because I'm on instant messages with her too, and it'd be very easy.
Okay.
It's going to be very
Great.
easy to get her information.
Awesome. Well,
All right.
congratulations.
Happy birthday again, and congratulations to Unigon.
Yay!
Awesome.
Excellent.
And no matter what country, I would have sent it. No matter what country it would have been in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last time I did it, I think I sent one to England. So,
oh
yeah, I sent paintings to England, Ireland, Africa, Hawaii. I've sent them. You know, I'm a man of my word. I do send them.
I've sent paintings to USA that's cost more to actually ship them than it were value at painting. I know what that feels like. It's a rate scam.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. I think someone else said it to me. Thank you, baby doll. Appreciate it. Okay, what you gonna do now, Diana? Now that I only painted for an hour.
Masterclass.
Wait,
a boat masterclass or something like that. I know. We'll challenge you like you're challenging me over there. Man, it's not that easy with acrylic, is it really?
Let me push this back here a little bit. Okay.
I don't think he's up for that, is he? Anthony, you're not up for a challenge, are you?
Let's see here. I'll definitely let you know if I can do it or not.
Just let him do an impromptu piece.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, you can do that? An impromptu piece?
Yeah, why not?
Piece of his birthday cake or something like that. Still lying.
Is this going to be another giveaway?
Huh? Well, if we're done in time, sure. That doesn't matter to me.
So this will be a second giveaway.
Answer it. You know that cracking of the whip that I was telling you about?
Oh yeah, you're just spreading the love. I see that.
Spreading the love.
Let me find a place to put this to dry. Right about there. Okay. So you guys want to challenge me on what to paint because I do have one with a background already. But that background might be a little dark. It all depends on what they want me to do here. So, Now I can go with a regular paper. Okay.
All right, Goswina's having to leave us now, although it is
Okay.
it's late at night
Oh,
there.
it's very late for her. She's
Yeah.
6 hours ahead of me.
And I do appreciate her stopping in.
Yeah, thank you, Goswina. So nice to see you.
Yes, it is. Okay. So, what do they want me to do?
Well, you want me to set up the challenge, or do you want Ian to set up the challenge?
It don't matter.
Ian, you want me to set up the challenge?
I want to see a bird of prey head.
A bird of prey head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the head and beak. Does
Okay.
have to go full body?
All right. Bird of prey.
Any bird of prey.
Any bird of prey.
Any bird of prey apart from a gold eagle or a bald eagle. Because I see too many of them. I'm being very specific today.
I see. Okay.
I want people to appreciate other birds of prey. Actually, that which brings me on to the thought that in not too distant a time I'm going to be doing an osprey in wing. That's all.
Really?
Yeah, they are hard to paint. I love them.
Awesome.
So that's something I'm going to be doing soon.
So what's the background that you said you had finished?
Hold on. Looks like that.
I tell you what would be a funny one. You know, that's a bald eagle, though, isn't it? What do they call him up at Muppets? What did they call that eagle off at Muppets?
No, it's like reddish black.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it Oswald?
Definitely reddish black.
Bye Creations by Baby Doll. So nice to see you. She said she had so much fun watching you paint, Anthony.
I do appreciate it. I really do. I never take any of it for granted.
Yeah. At this moment, I'm writing to close up of animal eyes. That's a good thing. Yeah. I haven't done anything at this moment, but I'm doing a lot of research into it. Well,
all right.
When I do paintings of animals, I always seem to not really nail the eye. So at the moment, I'm focusing in on looking at eyes of animals, because if you can get the eye right, you get the animal right.
Pretty much.
And
it also it depends on what they're looking at.
Yeah.
And what the head view is, also.
There's a lot of factors that will help build a good image, but a large contribution of that is getting the eye right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like you said, getting the right angles on things with the head is another important.
Right.
Another important, because I was pulled up on a channel this week. I did a lion. No, it was tiger painting, and it was a very loose drawing. I weren't attempting to do photorealism.
Okay.
But the video were about using big brushes and an economy of brush strokes and doing things in a very, instead of 1,000 brush strokes, one brush stroke.
Gotcha.
So, but I put this painting up on a particular site, and they just didn't get the point of it, because the drawing originally wasn't close to being looking like a well drafted tiger. Some of the things were some of the things were out of place. It was more a Picasso-esque.
but it was a
No,
representation of the
yeah,
tiger, and I mean
yeah.
everybody could tell it was tiger, right?
The drawing itself,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it looked like it, but it weren't anything close to realism.
Okay,
And I didn't particularly style it in that manner, but it were a 5 or 10 minute drawing, you
all
know,
right,
just to get a tiger in. Dunch.
right,
The main thrust of the video was to show people how you can apply paint in
mm-hmm.
a limited way and still gain lots of interest and brushstroke without it being very brushy.
Right.
And that's what they call um, uh, economy of brushstroke.
Mm-hmm. So what was their? I mean, what was
Oh
their big
yeah,
problem?
Well,
economy of
there was well, there was
right.
just, I think the people who were actually saying it were saying, "Oh, eye's not in the right position, and you've not got your positioning right on the animal." The
But it was,
animal itself, in real terms, wasn't real. I mean, I could have done a stick man and shot. You know what I mean? It,
but
it
it was just the interpretation
yeah.
of the animal. You know,
I just
I mean
think
nobody.
I think
Go ahead.
one or two of them were just being argumentative.
Yeah,
But
you'll
you
get
get
that.
that sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, you'll get that though.
Chrissy says that was good, Ian.
So, but the funny thing is after I had this, like, not an argument with this person, one of them, I got them to watch the video, and they actually got what it were I were doing.
Gotcha.
So it's not necessarily about whether you draft something or draw something accurately. It's about how you represent it in the painting that you're doing.
Right.
That's
Right.
much more critically important.
Right.
Chrissy's leaving now. She has to say good night. She says, God bless all.
No problem. But thank you for watching and coming on.
All
I
right,
do
then.
appreciate it.
Nighty night.
And she says, have a wonderful day or night, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about your strategy of resolving this picture that I've put you. Are you using a reference, or
Nope.
is it
No
something
reference.
from your mind? This.
Just something from my mind right now.
So what I can see of you doing there is what we in watercoloring call negative painting. I don't know whether you call it that in acrylics. And what that is painting round the outer edge of the object that you want to create.
Right. Exactly.
And that helps you create the actual image.
Yep.
And it's well worth having a go at that. If you've never tried it and you're new to that type of, you can benefit greatly from negative painting. So
Definitely.
what type of bird of prey? Is it just a generic thing in your mind, or is it a specific?
It would be a generic, more of a hawk or of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But nope, we won't put the bald eagle in. No bald eagle. Maybe something a little different.
I just think like the great eagles, like the bald eagle and the gold eagle and the sea eagle, right? Get a lot of publicity, right? they are the A-listers of and rightly so, of the eagle, bird of prey world.
Of course.
But there are some other ones that are really nice and fascinating.
Very true.
And got some lovely patinations in them and
That's true.
have you. Oh, yeah. Have you had Formula One?
I know. Doesn't it sound like that? Horrible.
Are you in Indianapolis?
Race down that street so fast.
Painting from the Indianapolis 500 live.
I know.
It's terrible.
What was that?
It was
that was terrible.
That was a fast car, whatever it were. It didn't stop to beat, did it?
When they do that.
Might have beat Batcar.
Something that was just horrid.
I'm gonna have that as a sound thing. If I want people to get,
No, you guys, you don't think that was a motorcycle, do you? It could have been.
it could have been. It had a very high rev count, didn't it? It probably were only going at 2 miles an hour. You know, like motorcycles
Usually
sometimes do.
motorcycles sound like that.
Ticking over.
Could have been that coyote with that acne rocket on his back.
Yeah, well,
Ugh.
yeah, that's. How come you never see those cartoons anymore?
Well, they deemed him too violent, and so they
What?
pretty much put him online. Yeah, there was a big stink about that here in the U.S. It's a long time ago.
If that's
About,
violent, what do they think some of kids' stuff violent is today? So I can't watch Bugs Bunny beating somebody up. That's terrible.
Well, you know, they had guns blown up in people's faces, and you know.
I've got to say, I mean, I don't know of any child that ever tried any Disney
Well, me either.
or stroke. I mean,
I never strapped a rocket on my back and tried to jump off a cliff.
No, I don't think I did either. I often thought about doing it. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't have the technology.
Oh God!
And girls, all they did is just play with My Little Pony.
Right.
I can imagine Diane being a My Little Pony girl.
No. That's for way too young kids. But Mystic Unigon says the original Looney Tunes was the best, and you can buy the whole series online, Ian.
Can you?
See, told you. They put them. They just put them online now.
That's it. You see, it's so violent. It's hardcore. Banned from being on normal television. Can you believe it? Our childhood heritage banned from being on television. Well, what about?
I think it's kind of sad myself.
I can see where they're coming from, right? But do people who make these decisions actually look at the garbage that young children are influenced by today?
Apparently not.
On internet.
Hi, Shawana.
Apparently not.
Thanks for coming by. I got to check your video.
I've seen some stuff that's made for kids, and now I know why. Because of looking into all this copper stuff, I thought, right, I'm going to go and have a look at some of this so-called made for kids stuff. And I've got to say, as an adult, I'm shocked.
You will be. You will be. And some people swear that they don't mind it. You know.
I personally wouldn't want my kids unfetteredly watching something like that. But in contrast, the stuff we got brought up on is like sweet and innocent in comparison.
Yeah, it's a different generation, man.
Also,
it's a different generation. They just don't see as we see, think as we think. You know.
Go ahead. It was done in jest, weren't it? I mean, you know when Mickey Mouse hits somebody over the head with whatever, it was like done in. It were comedic slapstick, weren't it?
Right.
Which were part of that era.
But we got it though.
We got it.
Yeah.
Comedy. Ha ha.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like very subtle, like forms of sadism, isn't it? And no wonder like kids are growing up having to have Prozac.
Yeah. And that's a subject in itself too, because man, I mean, I've done things just any kid would do, you know. Climb trees, jump on roofs, have the neighbors yell and cuss at us, you know. this dumb kid stuff. But now they type you as a certain condition, and I'm like, are you serious? Kid just want to have fun, just just
I once showed a few years
No.
ago.
Here comes another one.
Another one. Who? What?
What?
A big loud motorcycle. Oh, it must have turned the corner, not coming past the house.
Is it you? Is it at your house where we are hearing that sound?
It's not my house.
Oh yeah, it's my house.
Oh, so it's you at the Indianapolis 500 or whatever they call it.
They break the speed limit. They're going way too fast.
You think? Gee whiz, that thing there. Wow.
So when I was showing this kid who said, oh, I'm bored, right? And they got the mobile phone and they didn't know what they were doing with it and everything. And I showed him. I went into his album cupboard with some photos of me when I was a kid, and I showed him a wood cart that I made with old pram wheels, and we spent hours making it. Nailing it all together and making sure that it were just about, drivable.
Okay.
And I said, look, this is what we did when we were kids. We went and did something with our brains. Look, make something, go climb a tree, pretend.
Go-kart.
Yeah, go-kart.
I love making go-karts. Nobody does that.
Just finding the equipment. That were an adventure in itself. Just going and knocking on somebody's door and saying, can we have your old wheels for you from your pram? Yeah, of course you can. No, you're going to make great. It was part of part of you growing up.
That's right. You don't see none of that, man. It's crazy.
Because kids are umbilically connected to mobile phones.
Yeah.
He's saying that I blame part of that on these fold-away prams that women have these days. They don't have the proper prams anymore.
Oh, the proms?
The prams. A pram that you put babies in.
Oh.
There are all these fold-away cart things that they never fold away. Aren't there? I don't know what they call them.
Here, Be the Difference Clothing. Do you know her? She's a friend of mine. You guys do any?
Yes, we bumped into her yesterday, I believe. I've been and had a look at one or two of her videos.
Yeah, she had come across my wall too.
She says that everything is super stimulating these days.
Oh yeah, it's got to be it's got to be the next big hype kick into it. They don't get joy out of doing the simple things in life. Therefore, they've got to get an absolute kick out of whatever it is that they're doing.
Right.
Or they get bored and they move on.
And it's really sad.
And the thing is, that's it. It's like when we made that cart and it actually went down the road for a few meters without collapsing in on itself, it was like an achievement. We built something.
Right.
It worked. And that's the joy we got out of it.
That's true.
Even though we ended up lying on the floor in a pile of blood with half a cat. I'm not going to do that again. Probably until next week.
Right. Pretty much. Yeah, you're back at it again.
Yeah.
But we were kids, that's what kids do.
I was a bit hardcore. I used to like bow and arrows because obviously in Britain we've got an heritage with bow and arrows. So I got a penknife and a little bit of dowel and strapped it to dowel, and we used to play a game where we used to fire it up in with a bow and arrow, makeshift bow and arrow, and then we just have to get out of way of it. That's what we call entertainment.
Yeah, I remember doing things like that too.
Oh dear.
Oh
We
yeah.
had an interesting comment from Skeeter. He said, "Is that Iron Man in his shepherd suit?" I don't know. That's what the Space Ghost.
Oh no, Space Ghost would obviously be all white with the diamond on his chest.
I don't know what space. Am I missing out on some cultural point here? Space Ghost,
That's an American thing.
isn't it? Is
Yep.
it one of the superheroes?
Yes, and one of the Hanna-Barbera superheroes in the late '80s, maybe, or
All right.
early '80s, something like that.
I'm not really up. I know all really famous like superheroes. You know the Marvel comic ones, but the subculture that is around comics, I don't know an awful lot about that many comic book heroes really.
Well,
Which
yeah,
is
he was more of a a
really.
TV thing. Yeah.
Mm,
Then he branched into comics. And he
right.
was so popular they had a game like a what is a hosting show? It was called
Mm.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which was also wildly popular. How and why I don't know, but it was.
Just on the subject of uh, comic book heroes that are coming to the big screen, I believe in 2021 they're bringing a new E-Man live action film out.
Who?
E-Man.
E-Man. I wonder why they didn't do him earlier.
Well, there's a video that you can go and watch about the history of that. It tells you about them making that first one, and it weren't a particularly commercially success, even though it's got a cult following.
Right.
It weren't a particularly commercial success, but they started out to make a new script for the second one, and it kept on going through all sorts of different problems.
Okay.
And it takes you from like the late 80s when the original one were made, right up till this year, and all the struggles they've had to get directors to work with it.
That sounds a lot like Spider-Man and Batman back in the early years. They had a big struggle with especially Spider-Man. He's been in limbo for years.
Do you know one of the very first films they ever? Not at a cinema. We used to go down to our local club, and they had a kids club where they put a film on, and the first one I ever saw there was Spider-Man, and that was in 1970s. I don't know. It was just called Spider-Man. I've never seen it ever since. But in mid 1970s.
Well, we had one. He was on TV. If it was live action, he was on TV.
Oh no, this were a film.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
It was a live action film, and you could tell it was a bit cheesy and tacky because you could tell that it was just like crawling on his hands when he was climbing up. You know, I mean, we're talking about pre-CGI here.
You know what though? But it might have been because like the Incredible Hulk back in the '70s, they released a pilot and one of the other 2-hour episodes as a movie across the pond.
It could have been, yeah. I'm going to look it up actually.
And it was just a TV show here in the U.S.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yeah, 2-hour tele movie or something like that. But they actually released it as a real movie across the pond there.
Yeah, because I mean, what you're seeing and what we see is sometimes quite different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're done with that. You still with us, Diana?
Yes, another guest in the room, a new guest. Hello, Weblight Dreams, and she's happy that she goes, yes, I didn't miss it. No, you didn't miss it. We're having a second giveaway, impromptu second giveaway.
Oh yeah, this is definitely impromptu, trust me. But it's fun.
Yeah, it was made in 1977.
Yep, that's the one. That is the one.
All right, it says which served as a pilot for a 1978 TV series.
That's right. Yep.
There you go. So, all right, so that were
that's the one.
So it was really a mini movie. I mean, that's probably the reason why it weren't at the cinemas. because it weren't actually really a film. It
Right.
were a full length movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Now, Mystic has a comment. She says, Ian, some of the best movies didn't use CGI.
No, the first movie ever to use CGI was Star Wars, the original one in 1977. That's the bit where it shows the Death Star map plan, and that's the only bit in the film that uses CGI.
Well, they were still. I mean, that was like
Oh yeah.
almost before infancy back then.
CGI or CAD,
Yeah.
like that three dimension, were invented in late 1960s, believe it or not. But it were only used by organisations like engineering companies and things. It were never applied to movies.
Right. But then again, Doppler radar was used for the military. They never thought they had practical use for weather.
Mm. Well, I mean, in 1950s, they put up communication satellites. They didn't think that we'd be using it to do what we're doing today.
Mm-hmm.
We're using a communication satellite now.
Right.
When it works.
Web
Your communication satellite works.
Say it again, Diana.
Weblight Dream says the painting's looking very nice. And Mystic says, look at the original Chronicles of Narnia. They used a robot to play the lion, and even
I remember that one as well. That was a good one.
Two guys were in it controlling it.
Animatronics, as they call it. Do you know what? As it is a controversial thing for us to talk about, as CGI spoiled the feel of science fiction and what have you, and them genres. Is it too real now?
It all depends. I like it. But it all depends on the story and how well they do it. Don't have it in there just to have it.
I mean, for example, I think Avatar, for example, is a fantastic way of showcasing CGI because it's a completely unrealistic universe that it's in anywhere.
Right.
I mean, the light and the colour and the atmosphere and everything. It's not meant to be anything that's real. So that CGI actually helps as part of the creativeness of the film. Whereas sometimes some of the CGI in films, they try too hard and it looks rubbish. So
it all depends on the budget.
It all depends on the storyline, if it really goes along with the storyline.
Yep.
I think fair enough if you can't physically do it. Like, for example, Carrie Fisher died the other year and they wanted to put her in the last movie, Star Wars movie. So they had to build a 3D version of her.
Right.
That were essential for that film.
Yeah.
If they wanted to go along with that part of the plot.
Right.
Whereas just putting CGI in for the sake of it don't always work. Obviously.
In the room, the painting Stoof has joined us. Hello.
Hello, Stoof. I tell you, one of my favourite films that has effects in it, and it's always been one of my favourite films. The original black and white Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, I look at that often, as a matter of fact.
It's
I have it on Blu-ray, as a matter of fact, yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, if anybody want to see some dedication, they ought to see how that stuff was made.
Wow, yeah, stop frame animation.
Yeah.
And there's one where I think his lady friend of Mighty Joe Young, I think she's blowing his fur on his hand or something, or wind's blowing it, and you can see the fur, every single
ripples,
rippling. and you go, wow, how did they do that?
Yeah, that was crazy. The painting Stoof. Is that the one that is she the one that recently had a birthday? I think she made
Oh, she
a
did, yeah,
birth
the other
a,
day.
yeah, I think she recently had a birthday.
Yeah. She put a video up, were it yesterday or the day before?
Yes,
About
yes, that's right. The birthday commercial. Yes, it was nice.
Mhm.
Well, she's the one that paints a lot of golf courses, and she
Mhm.
also paints at weddings.
Landscape.
That's the one.
She actually
Yep,
paints at weddings.
right.
Mm.
How do you think it's coming out so far?
Coming on
All
nice.
right.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, has anybody got the answer to that question that I asked earlier about the name of that bald eagle in the Muppet Show? What do they call him? Is it Oswald or something silly like that?
Good question. I
Not,
have no
not,
idea.
not, not that I've got any uh, disinterest in the name Oswald. I haven't. It's a great name. It's just that I can't remember what his name is. I'm going to look it up for the second time today. It's a Google search. Google search. I tell you what, it'll be thinking I'm really interested in it. I'm trying to break away from Google search and think
We're
about it
trying to break
myself.
away from Google search.
Yeah, it's like a bad habit.
What are you going to do? Look up encyclopedias?
No, go on some other search engine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right.
Do you think I'm that dedicated? Really? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're a purist.
No, I do have quite a few references that I can look up in books. No, especially for art. Do you know? I've got to say, if I've got a reference book, I'd sooner go away and have a good read through a reference book than do a search on. I know you can get instant gratification with things like Google search for things, but sometimes it's not necessarily about searching and getting the answer. Sometimes it's about searching and going through the process of learning about things in context of other things.
Right.
And going the long way around sometimes is a better way to do it. Because you get connectives. Oh, is that what that's for? And that's what that's for. And I get that now. And it locks into your brain a bit better. Well, sometimes it does.
The bird has quite a look on its face.
It is. It's total focus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's determining whether he should claw your eyes out for taking a picture.
Yeah.
Hey, and I tell you what, because I didn't think of it as a bird of prey, an owl. This owl that we're taking. I was fairly close to it, and I was taking the photo of its head, and it lashed out at me. Because I don't know. It just thought it must have seen that I were off guard.
Oh, they'll get you depending on what mood you happen to catch them at.
All right. Well, I mean, problem is with owls is they get them out in daytime and they're going to be grumpy because it's like wrong time of day for them, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Most owls are night owls.
Yeah, they're nocturnal.
Nocturnal, 99% of them.
Yep.
I think you might be odd one or two that are daytime on.
Madonna says, "Looking great, Anthony." And
well, thank you,
everybody. We're doing an impromptu second giveaway.
See,
definitely.
Price of one.
Yeah, definitely.
Buy what we say in England: buy one get one free, or bog off.
So it's going to happen in probably the next 5 minutes, where people are going to have to choose a number.
Yep.
So have we got that system finely tuned this time, Diane?
Yeah, we're going to just do it the same way as last time.
Yeah, but should we have? Mind you, it don't matter because it was a randomly picked number anyway. It could have been. It was just that it was a really low number that it chose, and everybody went high. So if you pick one with 1 to 50 this time, there's more of a
There's
chance,
fewer people in here now, though. Let's say.
It don't matter about how many people there are in the. You could have 150 people there. It's the distance of random number.
Okay, and it
makes it random.
Under. It has to be a number that's close but under.
Well, not on most of the channels that do it that I've seen. It's that number or less. Now, if there aren't any numbers,
I've watched giveaways and I've never seen them do this.
If it's the fact that there isn't one either on the dot or less than it, then I suppose you can extend it and say the next highest up.
Okay.
And they have rules, and then everybody knows what rules are. Because what you have to do with these games nowadays, in community rules, you've got to make sure that you make things clear, especially if it's a giveaway, because they could get onto you for that. You know, with all those new draconian laws that we've got in the what do they call it? YouTube environment nowadays.
Oh, Anthony, Mystic Unigon has friend requested you on Facebook, and you're going to know who she is because she has the same exact avatar.
Okay, great.
But if there's a problem with that, then if you let me know,
no,
then I can do it. Okay.
Because I didn't know if she was on Facebook or on Messenger or not, so I didn't have a clue.
Hello, Lori Files.
Hello, Lori. Let's see if I can get a little darker down there. A little blue, a little brown. Right up around in here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm creeping around there.
It's looking lovely. What gorgeous colors. Yes, gorgeous colors.
When you're painting something impromptu out of your mind, how do you drag the painting and the colours, or do you just let it flow?
I really just let it flow with the colors that I have available to me right now, and I kind of know what the mix to kind of get the effect that I want, and I just go from there. And I kind of know what the effect is going to be. Like, say what I'm doing right now. I know what's going to look like when I fade it out with a softer brush. It's just me doing it so many times, you know. It kind of just...
Well, you get a confidence, don't you, of what you're doing.
Right. It's much like yourself, because then you get the people that say, hey, you make it look easy, you make it look so easy, you make it look so easy. Well, we've been doing it for quite a while, you know.
Something I'm striving to do a lot more of is what they call direct painting, where you don't go with any particular drawing on the page. You just go straight into the painting and use the brush strokes to create the bones of the painting. And
what guy? I know you know who he is. His name can't come up to me. He's known for doing that. And you would not believe it would turn out the way it turns out, but all he did is just what you said. Using the colors and the shades, the tones itself, he can paint anything. Yep, fascinating, incredible.
I mean, one of the things I'm striving to put over this year to people is how can we create an environment of loose painting and loosen up and become more expressive. And that's a tool that you can use to become more expressive and looser by not binding yourself to the drawing too much.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with actually putting a drawing in. It's just that you could put such an intricate drawing in place that you end up
Hmm.
basically doing painting by numbers.
Gotcha. Hmm.
So that's one way where we can become more expressive by
Hmm.
not having that as an overly expressed thing in your painting, the drawing.
Right.
If you do a drawing, just do a basic structure so that you know where virtual areas are going to be.
Yeah. Almost like a caricature artist that does it at the fair or something like that.
Yeah,
He has a certain way of doing it. No matter what your face looks like, there's a certain way that he do it that he can just pop off
that's it.
with all of it. Yeah.
And a lot of that comes with a little bit of
Uh-huh.
experience, and you've got to have the confidence as well to express
You have to
yourself.
have
I
the
mean, some
confidence.
people, unless you just go for it, and
Mhm.
that, we're not saying that's going to work on every occasion, but it is a way of like getting yourself used to being more expressive and putting your brush,
Just let it flow more.
let
Just
it
let it
flow
flow.
more. Yeah.
Let it go. That's
Hmm.
the reason how I did this. All right. You told me bird of prey, no eagle. All right, fine. Bird of prey, no eagle, but just let it go.
That's it.
I see what colors I have left, and
Mhm.
and this is it. She can get her number generator going because you got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes, okay. Web
No,
Light Dream says she's loving your setup.
3 minutes now.
Okay.
No, I'm all done. I'm gonna just put my name on it. Can you guys even see that? I know it's washed out a little bit. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of it on and put it on my Facebook site page. Well, thanks Ian for the challenge.
We're
I
about
appreciate it.
you're going to have to pick a number between 1 and 50. 50. That's between 1 and 50.
Yeah.
That's 50.
Right, I'm just going to go back.
And it's not going to be the person. It's not necessarily going to be the person that gets the number exactly. Can you explain it, Ian? How it's going to work?
No, if you get, it's the first person who gets it nailed. If nobody does, then it's the nearest person, preferably the one under. Let's say, for example, it's 40. So nobody gets 40. One gets 41 and one gets 39. Then it's the one under.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that on my we go by what my monitor says, my computer says, because on your computer it might look like somebody else is ahead of you, or people are in different order. They're in a different order than the way it looks on.
Well, I'll see it when it. So are you ready to start? Because I'll put a go in when I want you to put the numbers in. So are we ready to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Go.
Thank you, Lori.
So put your numbers in now, guys.
Web Light Dreams, thank you very much.
1 to 50. Anything from 1 to 50. Nobody's putting any numbers in.
Good to see you, Stoof, and happy birthday if you're still here.
Yeah. Right.
You said nobody's putting any numbers in?
Oh, they are now. Come on, you've got 2 minutes, guys. And there's 2 people put it up. Hello?
Hello?
They do know that they're supposed to be putting numbers up, don't they?
Yes.
There might be a bit of a lag or something, I don't know.
Yes, you're supposed to be putting numbers in for this.
Between 1 to 50. Right, that's another one in. Try and refrain from typing anything else while we're doing this, because it's going to be hard for me to go through it all. Right, I'm going to give it another minute.
And I'm using a random number generator on my computer.
$30. Stop. Right. Well, we only got 3 people actually. Have you got the number?
With 3 people, there's somebody that nailed it. The number is 27.
27.
Oh,
yes.
Lori.
So Lori File, you've won this one. Well done. Congratulations. How probable.
Very good.
Okay, congratulations and happy birthday again.
Wow.
Wow.
I gotta write her name down on her.
So if you can either get the information to Anthony, so he can send it to you, or send it to Diana, so she can pass it on.
Well, I'm Instant Messenger friends with Lori on Instant Messenger. I think.
Okay.
If not, I'm friends with her on Instagram. It's either one or the other. So I can
either one.
I can contact her and then contact Anthony.
And Lori Files is in Australia, I believe, is she?
Yeah, she's in Australia.
Yeah. So it'll have to be international shipping, that one.
Yeah. No problem. I'll get it to her.
And she loves drawing animals, so she's gonna love this painting because it's an animal painting.
It couldn't have gone to a better person, could it?
It's my birthday and I'm giving the gift, but that's all good.
No, you know what the good Lord said? It's better to give than it is to receive.
That's true. That is true. I've got to back up because I'm over 6 feet and I'm crowded. There we go. Now I can stretch. All right. I don't know if it's dark out. You guys can see how dark it is out there.
The only problem is you're a little bit silhouetted because of that strong light behind you.
Well, well, I mean, I'm wearing yellow, I'm dark black, and I don't have the upper light on. I'll change that in about 2 seconds.
Well, you need like a forward facing light that hits your face.
There we go.
She's so happy. She absolutely loves it.
There you go.
And she has she already has a special place for it.
Oh, no kidding. All right. Well, it's 11 by 15. I usually don't take them off the board this quickly, but this
that's better. That's okay.
Yep, there you go.
What they call light that hits your face is called fill-in light.
Yeah, I got both of them on each side of my face, and then I got the one up above here. I'm gonna set this somewhere to let it dry. I'll let you. Where's Lori? I'll let you know when it's totally dry, Lori. If you want me to have your information, that's cool. But if you give to Diana or Ian, they'll definitely send it to me. Okay.
So we're linked up with both of the people who won the prizes. So
she's unboxed on her channel.
Okay, and then
she says her luck has been really bad lately, and she's so thrilled.
There you go.
Well, good.
It was meant for you, weren't it?
Oh, Mystic Unigon will do an unboxing as well on her channel with a shout out.
Okay. Well, if she does, just send me a link. Let me know. But there's hers. All right.
Okay.
And hers is just about almost dry by itself. It's almost dry. Just a little curl of the wave, and then I'll varnish it and send it off.
Did you use what they call it for the eagle as well?
Sure did. I used to
glycerine.
Yeah, I've used more glycerin on the eagle than I did on this painting.
Really?
On the larger painting. Yeah.
Do you pre-glycerine the paper as well sometimes?
Yes.
No, I'll do it just before I start to paint.
Yeah, before you.
Right.
I'll do it just before I start to
So
paint.
it can't be applied. It can't be applied as a dry. You know, like paper has sizing.
I know what you're talking about. Let's see it. I'll show it to you. Because I use it sometimes like liquid white. But this is glycerin and craft paint mix, and you can just like primer or whatever. Yeah, you can use it just like gesso, and I'll put it on there. Yeah.
But one of the things that is in professional watercolor paint is glycerin.
Mm-hmm. It used to be in acrylic also. I don't know if they use it as much, but yeah, they used it in acrylic paint, which is why it handles so well.
I think when it dries, it crystallizes, doesn't it, and makes it a stronger bond.
A stronger bond, but it won't. When it's fully dry, you can never even tell that you even used it.
No,
because it dries.
No, it's totally. Yeah. I mean, that's why they use glycerin, because it's completely inert in this color sense.
Yeah, and with this watercolor paper, you can bend it. I had watercolor paper in the sun, in the heat. You bend it, whatever. It doesn't peel, doesn't crack or anything. No, it goes with the flow, just like the acrylic paint. It just seals it, like you said.
I think that's what it does. I think that's what
it does.
It kind of makes it more. It makes it so that the bonds between the two things are more flexible.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We're running a little over, so because I need to go. But thank you so much, and congratulations to the giveaway winners, and happy birthday again so much. Happy birthday again, Anthony. I hope that you're gonna.
No problem.
Maybe this is like your birthday week. That's how I always celebrate, like having a birthday week.
Nope, I'm happy to be around to reach my nice little age, and I'm all good. This is great for me.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a great innings so far.
Thank you, everybody that was here.
Yep, I do appreciate you guys.
All right then.
Okay.
All right now.
We'll see you later on.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Good time.